The attack is now imminent. Here come the Bright Stars. Everybody seems to be going up one. Bagole goes down. And Buni Godfrey was the one that brought down Bagole. Well, he's such a fine footballer. And the only way to stop him is to bring him down.
Yeah, definitely. When Anthony Bongole gets the ball, it's always very good pace, and he will try to penetrate through you directly to the opponent's box. So the foul down on him, probably the 4th for Bright Stars and 6 for BUL FC. Realize that Bongole has to be kept at bay in case you want to keep Bright Stars in not registering any name on the score sheet when it comes to match day. When you look at the coaches, they're telling the players to pull back a bit, get the balls into space and try, of course, to recompose themselves and try to get definitely into the box.
Kawoya. Could have been a handball in front of the referee, but the game continues. Matovu. Chivumbi. Back again to Chivumbi. Now the fight is from Kasibante to Chivumbi. That's good pressure. Head away. And look at the run from Chivumbi Martin. 2 players on the same ball. And unfortunately, Derek Walulia comes to the rescue. And that ball goes for a goal kick. Good pressure, good pressure.
After checking him with his body, now he brings his hands. Derek Walulia, funny player, one who can really bring off, of course, frustrate someone, because he brought someone away from the ball through his pace and strength, and then brings his hands for, of course, like a simple greeting.
Ball is up. Matovu now loses that ball. That ball goes away for a post ball throw in here to the BUL side, and that is Okwir Simon. Well, the most surprising thing about today's game is that the fans are now coming in, and I think the rally of the president is almost done. We have some fans now coming through to the arena in Kachindu.
They are used to the game starting at 4:30, and with about 29 minutes played, probably now that is their time for them to come in. Well, they've missed the first quarter of the match, but they didn't miss a lot because no goal was conceded or scored. But they have to wait because it's an end-to-end match. Everyone who gets the ball wants to muscle it out to the opponent's box. Only that we've seen lack of sharpness and prolificness in the opponent's box as to why we don't have goals so far in the game.
Chess is on now, Chivumbi. That's Chivumbi with the ball now, trying to dodge his way through. Kakoza. Now, offside it is on Matovu Bruhan. He has actually tried very hard to venture in front there, and nothing coming through from his good works. Bruhan Matovu got sleeping. You can actually see that from the graphics there. It's good call from the assistant referee. Long ball. Unfortunately, Chivumbi Martin just could not keep the ball on play. Okay, so that is Chivumbi. He has actually been one player that has been utilized more oftenly than Ivan Serunkuma, really.
Yeah, definitely. Ivan Serunkuma also from my experience. Realize if just in case their crosses were more accurate, because Chivumbi does a lot of things, overlapping, getting the ball to his legs, keeping it for his side, but the crosses being brought in and not met by Anthony Bongole, most of the time luring him to go back into the midfield and collect the ball for himself. So Martin should improve on the way he crosses the balls.
Kalisa. Now good play to Sempala Hashim. Hashim with the ball, Derek Walulia requesting, and look at that for a poor pass there from Hashim. Oh dear. Bongole was way offside, and you can actually see how guilty he is. And believe me, the assistant has had a very good job. Look at Bongole, yards offside there. That's a very good offside trap. Ball stolen. Sempira. A defender actually venturing now, and that ball just goes away for a throw-in. Well, 32 minutes of the game played, and no goal yet in the Eastern District of Jinja. Sempira. That's a good cross. Another header. Looking for Kalisa here. Now stolen away by Bongole. Bongole. The ball in. The ball just easily floats a little bit away for throwing here to Bright Stars. Well, basically that is how the game's rolling up, and I think the dancing has actually come to a little bit of a standstill, and time for the refreshments. Flag remains down. Bright Stars in trouble because BUL is attacking. Kalisa now dancing his way through Kalisa and forced away, but crosses the ball away to Sempala Hashim. Hashim to Derek Walulia. That's a good pass and dealt with perfectly by Muanga Bernard. And finally gotten away by Mugerwa. Bongole. Osman Wejuli. And that goes away for a throw-in. Throw coming up here to the Bright Stars. And Booney looking to throw this ball very quickly. Booney. Wejuli Osman. Ball just bouncing in front of the goalkeeper, Chigonya. Ooh, look at Chigonya in trouble. Well, I think the state of the pitch is one that is currently giving Chigonya a run for his money. But that's how it stands, really. With 33 minutes of the game played, it is still goalless here.
Yeah, sometimes overconfidence and compliances results into that after realizing no many shots brought to him. Probably Chigonya got so comfortable and decided to wait a bit for the ball. But hey, after seeing that there is an opponent on the run, all he did was right, and he had the time to do it, putting the ball back to his box and handling it so well. Kasimante wanted to get the ball but could not control it so well, so it's a throw into the opponent's team.
Anthony, pressure zone there, the muscle from Kakoza. It's very impressive. It's going to be a free kick here to the Bright Stars, and Kakoza Jimmy has actually handled that ankle roll here tonight for the Bright Stars perfectly well. He goes in front, comes back, and has actually filled the gap very well with bodies. Kakoza Jimmy on your screen. It's good defensive work there from St. Peter Philip. Ball goes for a goal kick. Goal kick here for Kawhi Emmanuel. Now Derek Walulia. Derek. It's a long ball up front from Derek Walulia, and then ball stolen away by Bongole. Derek Walulia puts his body on line. Unfortunately, that's a poor clearance there from the captain himself, Sempala. And that goes away for a throw-in. Hashim Sempala looking to get this ball underway here for the BUL side. And the technical bench on this side looks a little bit concerned with the look of events here. Kalisa. Header back. Muanga. It's poor defensive work there, but unfortunately it's cleared away by St. Peter. In front of the referee, no foul. The chess is on now. Bagole. That's poor play from Bagole. Now Kalisa, very clever footballer. And he wins himself a throw-in. That's good pressure from Kalisa and good backtracking from Kakoza Jimmy there. And ball goes away for a throw-in here to the BUL side, which has begun quickly. It's Kalisa. He's actually rich in 2 feet, Kalisa. He can play with the right and can play with the left.
Yeah, definitely, but probably the player being most fouled at the moment, and he's switched to wings, realized with the right wing there was not much he could do for the team, so he comes to the left wing and has so far not had bad runs ever since he switched.
Well, free kick here for the BUL side. And Simon Okwir shall be the one to go for the power shot. He tries to go clever. Fortunately, his cleverness was short-lived. Ball just goes away for a goal kick here to the Bright Stars, Simon Okwir. And look at him trying to be very clever, trying to get the goalkeeper, Chigonya Matthias, off his line.
Yeah, probably destination was at the near post of a right wing, but Chigonya was already there and showed signs because he had not moved off his line. Simon O'Quill should have done better, but of course, there are very few free kick takers who are a bit accurate. You need lots of time and practice to, of course, become accurate every time you go for a free kick.
Well, the fans will continue to dance. Unfortunately, the lead dancer seems to be tired.
No, he's just preparing for another tactic in dancing.
Matovu. That's good backtracking from Kasibante James and cleared away by Sempira. Hit away by Karisa. And Kakembo tries to put that ball out of play, which he does. That's going to be a throw in here for BUL. It's a couple of minutes remaining, like about 7 minutes remaining before the referee brings this first half to an end, really.
Well, not too much action. You can't say not too much threat going on to the opponent's goal. The goalkeepers have not been bothered at all. It's all been in the midfield. Lots of blind passes. Who possesses it more? As you look, both teams know it's the last game and you have to give in your all. So, making it so hard. But when you look at, of course, the last incident, realize there's someone down.
And this Chivumbi Martin on the ground.
Yeah,
he actually got a check from behind. That's called a check there.
Yeah, from Osman Wejuli. Came and checked him, and the referee was well placed for this, so Osman Wejuli should be cautioned.
Well, that is Osman Wejuli. One of the midfielders over the BUL side, and actually receives a yellow card. He won't be very happy with himself, Osman Wejuli. Possibly also not happy with the official for that. He thought it was actually a simple yellow card. Osman Wejuli, commonly known as Osama.
Yeah, Farouk Osama. And Simon Okwili with Kasibante, you realize that they're all coaches, his boys, because just recapping a bit, he also featured for URA, though it was for a short spell, but Aisha handling the game so well like a lady, because very carefully and taking all the chances.
And Aisha commanding respect on the pitch. She is a FIFA badge referee. Very many FIFA badge referees in Uganda now. Beginning from 2016, there were some that were passed by the president, Engineer Moses Magogo, recently.
Yeah, and you had to forward the papers to FIFA for clarification. Of course, it's just like about 2 weeks ago when they were given their badges officially by himself, like you said, Engineer Moses Magogo. That is at the Federation headquarters in Mengo.
And that's Simpala, Derek Walulia. And very good job there by Mugerwa. Now stolen away. The fight is on. And ball possessed perfectly by Wejuli. Now it's Simpala. Stolen away by Chivumbi. Ball goes away to Walulia Derek. The game continues to get a little bit long. Okwiru Simon looks a little bit lost here. Gerald. Actually, it was Matovu Bruhan. Now, Kakoza Jimmy. Insubuga. That's good job from Insubuga Joseph now. The run is eminent from Insubuga. Ooh, good skills from Insubuga, but unfortunately defended very well by Osman Wejuli. Ball put out for the throw in here.
Had a short spell with the under-23 side before he got injured, but now back on full and fresh legs. That's why Bright Stars are getting the best of him. Joseph Nsubuga, very young, talented and ambitious.
Well, surprising thing about today's game also is that most of the fans have actually come to the sheds trying to dodge the sun.
Yeah, it is
why there is a little bit of an
sunshine.
open stand there.
Yeah, it is too much sunshine.
Nsubuga. Now Mugerwa. It's Mugerwa again trying to drop that ball. Slight push. But now stolen away. Here comes a chance for Bongole. It's 2 against 1. But defended very well and cleared away there from St. Peter Phillips' leg. And now to the head of Kalisa. Ball up. Simpala. Simpala Hashim clears. And defended very perfectly there by Kakembo. Now Kalisa. Kalisa again. It's a shot from Kalisa. But whistles away. Very, very good try from Kalisa. Good magic from his legs. But unfortunately, the shot was a little bit off target.
brilliant, spectacular from the young Kalisa, and only needed a very good finishing for him to cap a half with a goal. Look at what he does, rounding up Bernard Mwanga, Bright Stars captain, and of course getting shot for goal. Mwanga is not pleased with himself, realize it, considering the face and what he makes of the pass. But Chigoni also not happy. Why give the young Milton talented Kalisa space, because he can definitely hurt you. But they miss, and probably one of the shots that we have that is a bit threatening, though it is also way off target.
Kalisa gets a foul again. He's this kind of footballer that does not get scared of any kind of defense, really. He loves to attack the defender with the ball. Now here comes Okwir Simon. Simon again. Simon trying to cross that ball through. The ball goes for a throw in here too. Oops. Throw coming up here for the Bright Stars. Some bit of confusion between the assistant and the center referee there. Mugerwa. It's a big clearance from Mugerwa. It's a long ball away. Terry Kwaluria. Anthony. That's good play there from Matovu. Now cleared away by Kasibante. But repossessed again, and Kasibante comes to the rescue yet again. And Kakoza Jimmy puts his body on line and wins the battle. Here comes in Subuka Joseph. Dodges one. Holds on two play. Long clearance, but possessed perfectly by Simpala and Derek Waluria. Simpala. Long ball from Simpala. Now that's a very good run. What can this result into? It's a cross inside, but defended very well by Mwanga Bernard. He's been there and has actually not been disturbed, really. Simpala. Long ball. Ball is headed away. Sempida. Now Kasibante. Long ball from Kasibante. And now this could be some good area, but unfortunately, well, the Bull side do lose position, and the referee's assistant has actually added 2 minutes here. So 2 minutes to play, and it's still goalless on the 0-0. Emmanuel Kawoya. Long ball from Emmanuel. Ball just goes away for a throw in here to the Bull side. Well, the party continues, and like I said, the president was around.
They are coming from the rally. Some of them, of course, have not removed off their shirts. You can see even vehicles just surrounding us. They have all the posters. But hey, it's a good day. It's festive season, and why not party?
Waluria looking for Kalisa, but fortunately Kalisa is not available from the picture here now. Mongole chasing, Waluria holding, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Bull side, and Waluria gets it very quickly to his goalkeeper, Emmanuel Kawoya. Sempida. Sempida again, takes his time. Long ball from Sempida. Looking for the captain, who tries to feed the ball in. For the ball there. The referee has awarded a foul here to the Bright Stars. Well, that's how it stands. It's still goalless here with 2 minutes added of play. And of course, those two will be coming to an end very, very soon. Not seen a lot of magic in today's game. We expected a lot from the home side, but unfortunately, nothing much from today's game. Totally nothing much. Well, the dancers continue. All right. I think that's the most interesting thing I have seen today.
Yeah, definitely. Capping a boring round with a very good dance.
Comes a run from Mugerwa, and Derek Kwaluria just clips that ball back. Hold on. Well, there you go. So that brings us to the end of the first half. I think it has been a little bit of a dull first half here tonight at the Kachindu Stadium between the two sides, Bright Stars and the BUL side. But believe me, Kakoza Jimmy on your screen has actually been the man that has been very, very busy at the center of the pitch. And of course, the referee Aisha has also had a very, very good game, even though Derek Walulia is complaining about something. But at the end of the day, we've actually had a slightly dull game. No goals, because normally goals do change the way a game is played, but we have not seen that today. Not seen a lot of that today. We expect maybe more in the second half. A lot of talking coming from the two coaches, and of course that is Mugerwa Hakim, the left back for the Bright Stars. Loves to venture more openly in front, but not seen a lot of him today. Possibly in the second half we shall see more of Bongole Anthony, and also some more of Serukuma Ivan, who has not been on this picture today. Possibly in the second half we shall see more of that. But statistics of today's game as they stand, it is goalless here, but look at the shots on target. Well, none, surprisingly. And shots of target, we've actually seen 4-2-1. BUL dominating that 4-1. Of course, corners still standing at 1-2-0. And look at the fouls. More fouls than the goals. And of course, ball position stands at 52% to 48%. And of course, BUL FC dominating the ball position, and the Bright Stars looking to actually come back into this one. So we can say we have only received one yellow card, a yellow card that went down to Osama. And he actually loves to be called Osama, but he's actually called Osman Wejuli. Is the only person that has received a yellow card in today's game. It has been a relatively very fair game. Very, very fair game, and possibly in the second half we shall be seeing more action, more drama. Game was very physical in the first half, but maybe in the second half we shall see more physicality, because the two teams would like to come out and get something from this one. So BUL and the Bright Stars still standing at 0-0. And of course, we shall be keeping you posted with all the results of the games that come from across the country, because we are coming to the end of the first round of the Azam Uganda Premier League that actually comes to an end first round today. Then second round will also be coming up very shortly. But for now, these are the final games of the first round. And that's how it stands for now. It is ball possession 52% for BUL FC and 48% are going on to the Bright Stars. And that's how things are currently moving on. And BUL FC have purely commanded, that is the first half. No yellow card for the Bright Stars, but of course one yellow card for the BUL FC side. And we expect a lot coming in from the second half. For now, let's actually go down to the touchline and find out exactly what Clive Cheze, together with Pinky Fiona, have to say regarding this game. Let's go.
Well, the first 45 minutes of the Azam Uganda Premier League match between BUL FC together with Bright Stars is still 0-0. You can probably define it as a grilling, boring first 45 minutes. I'm not alone, of course. Am I joined by the co-commentator Fiona, Pinky, and Amiro? She's been in the commentary box. I don't know if she has been impressed with the first 45 minutes of this game.
When it is the last game of the season, that is half round, what do the teams have to do? They have to, of course, deploy tight tactics, and believe me, no team want to concede as early as possible, so that's why they've not spaced themselves, and we had very few shots on goal.
Well, at the moment you can probably say that BUL still have the upper hand because they came into this game 3 points ahead of Bright Stars at 21, Bright Stars at 18, with a superior goal difference which is only 2, Bright Stars being 1. But Bright Stars look like they need the 3 points. They have tried to have numbers going to their final third, though not a lot of creativity has been coming through. Would you say that probably BUL have been organized defensively, or Bright Stars have not done enough to create goal scoring chances?
I believe both teams have been compiled in the midfield. When you look for Bright Stars, they of course were dedicated to dictating tempo and play in the midfield through Jimmy Kakoza, who did everything to stop play, go into those hard tackles and try to stop the young Milton Kalisa from penetrating into them. For the Bright Stars, when you have the roaring Anthony Bongole up front and you have no one to feed him with the ball, Martin Tivumbi's crosses are all appalling. So all you need to do is have a very good defense through Sempira, but he's been helped most of the times with Kasivante, who backtracks and helps out in the defending.
Well, you talk of Anthony Bongole, who is up front being joined by Isaac Serunkuma together with the Buruhani Matovu. These are 3 strikers that the coach Fred Kajoba has tried to employ. But like we said, not a lot of creativity is coming through in the midfield. On the other hand, you have the young Milton Carissa. Of course, he had probably the best chance of the game. Unfortunately for him, he was off target. But another leading marksman for them, Mike Undere, who is not in this game. Would you say that he has probably been missed?
Yeah, he's been missed a lot because when he's your top scorer and you're not getting goals, that means once in a while he can get you goals. Milton Carissa didn't start with them with the season, but ever since he came on, he won for them the game against KCC. So you never know. But with also other strikers adding on to midfielders and not creating so many chances because the game is so compact in the midfield, you realize one who goes for change in tactic could get away with the game when it comes to second half.
Well, on several occasions, we've had the Bright Stars coach, Fred Kajoba, actually doing the commanding work, urging his back line to come and at least try and get to the centre half, put pressure on the BUL FC side, something that the captain Bernard Muwang and his counterparts, Joseph Fonsubuga and the rest, have not really been adhering to. Would you say that they came into this game also trying to be a little bit conscious and not try to concede a goal because they have tried to spend most of the time in their own half, the defenders I'm talking about, the Bright Stars?
Well, they've been conscious. Kajoba together with Kiwanuka, his assistant, have been trying to tell the team to open up. Most of the time it has been tight and through midfield, yet you needed a different aspect, that is of going wide and try to bring in crosses because Anthony is very good when it comes to aerial prowess, and when you don't give him the balls he will have nothing because at least we saw him only with one good run, some very good dribbles, but he was brought down the presses. So for me, for Bernard, even Joseph Unsubuga, who is known to accelerate, pace up and of course overlap, we've not seen it in him today. It is one reason as to why Bright Stars have not played so much in the opponent's half.
Well, teams are, or rather the substitutes are out and they will be starting to warm up in a little bit like now. And Fiona, just looking at the BUL FC substitutes, a certain Augustine Insumba starts on the bench with low creativity coming through. Why would you think that the coach might have left him out and probably will introduce him later on?
Yeah, Augustine is the coach's captain, but when you have such a player who has versatile experience, of course you don't rule out that these players are on and off when it comes to injuries. And the other thing, sometimes they are not fit to the 90 minutes you want, so probably coming in the second half will help out Nsumba give out his best abilities in those few minutes that the coach will give to him.
And of course, when you look at the Bright Stars, some of the substitutes they have there, David Chimuli, you have Sula Sebunza, Alan Male, Opedio Kokas, Matthias Waiswa, you have that should be Emmanuel Jingo. Not a lot of creativity. You probably talk of Joseph Kokas, Opedio, and all he brings to this game, to me, is pace.
Yeah, Opedio will need pace, but when, of course, you don't get goals, that means that not only the strikers have to be bestowed on for the goals, so you have to get goals coming in from other departments. And believe me, Kajoba and Chiwanuka should have a person who will either bring in pace, try to disorganize, and take the match solely to himself with individual brilliance at work to help them out, of course, because the goal you need can help you leapfrog a position as it comes to the end of the run, because ceteris paribus, you don't know the results coming in from different stadia.
We'll probably talk about the results from different stadia. Just to alert you, Mia Farouk has made it 1 already for Vipers away in Bombo against Simba. But talking about this game, Fifi, the upcoming 45 minutes. Of course, coaches will make changes, but what kind of approach should we expect from both teams?
I anticipate a more open game because it has been tight and not opening up, that is between the teams. So you realize that definitely the coaches have to try out a different approach and a different tactics in trying to go forward, because you're only given chance for the other 45 minutes. They had the first 45 minutes, they could afford to do anything in the game, make mistakes, but the last 45 minutes are your final exam. You don't do anything right, you make mistakes, your opponent capitalizes on them, you could be dead and you could lose the point. So I believe we're going to have not slightly very pacey or too much opening up, but a more cautious withdrawn and a very, you can say, tactical and probably individualism game where some players will rise to the occasion. We could see a goal coming from the center.
Well, Fifi, I will take it that submission is probably genuine to both teams. But looking at the home team, BUL FC, the fans have come in and they would probably expect something out of this game, especially in the next 45 minutes. A win that a must. But Do you see any chance of BUL creating something out of the ordinary for them to walk away with 3 points?
Apparently, statistically, against, you can say, mid-table teams, BUL has managed to get points away from home. When it comes to the top 5 teams, BUL has managed to stop them. You remember against Vipers, beating KCC here, that is Milton Kalisa with these different skills. But now this is against Bright Stars, another struggling team in the 10th position. Realize for me, if it was to end nil, I would have no problem considering the way they are playing. But still, if we had something different into the game, of course, BUL